Now, you don't get that from the English Bible, but you get that when you look at the verb endings and you look at the tenses. And it's so exciting because here's why this is so exciting. Have you ever been involved in a Bible study with somebody or talking to somebody about the Bible and you think, well, I just think that went nowhere. I don't know if that did any good. And maybe there was a person that you studied the Bible with and nothing happened. I can honestly tell you there have been times that I've gotten up and preached and I thought I'd preached my heart out and nothing happened. Well, you know what might have been happening that I didn't see? God might have been giving the growth and we didn't even see it. And when you're teaching someone, God might have been giving the growth and you didn't see it. And what happens? Somebody else comes along and they may say the right thing and they may throw the water in there. And guess what? There's still not everything may be accomplished, but God could be giving the growth. And what that says to me is that I should never give up and I should never judge what I'm doing for God based upon the current scene response. So I was preaching up in Missouri recently, and no, there was maybe a couple of responses, but nothing really major. I got home, about a week later, the preacher called and said we had a lady that was baptized. And she said she had been thinking about being baptized ever since that one sermon you preached. Well, see, I didn't know that did anything. But you know what was happening? God was giving the growth. And so don't ever think that what you're doing is not worthwhile and that it might not reap the harvest later. So when Paul wrote that, he said, I had planted, Apollos had watered, but God was giving the growth all along. It's not something that God did one time way back there, but he was doing it all the time while the planting was going on and while the watering was going on. That's why I love to study the Greek Bible, because you can learn things that you couldn't learn just studying the English Bible. Now let me repeat again, I don't believe you've got to know the Greek language to go to heaven. But I sure think it makes the study of the Word of God a whole lot sweeter. At least it does to me. All right, next week we'll talk some more about the verb system. I hope that you'll just try to get into what we talked about tonight, to conjugate those verbs. We'll talk more about the verb system, and then we'll maybe go in and look at some nouns the week after that. Thank you for being here.